staan waar je staat.
Wat is de bedoeling hiervan?
We hebben je door.
Ik begrijp er niets van.
Maar wij wel.
Nee, nee.
I'll get the number verified at the passport office. Yes, I got that.
Morning, Harry.
Sure, I understand. The passport's arriving in the morning. Yes. Yes, well, we'll let you have the answers as soon as we can. Good. Goodbye.
As soon as we can. Famous last words. Let's see, white with 2 sugars. Black, none.
Sweet talk. All in the cause of international relations.
Oh?
Yes, Europe. Holland, to be specific. A Dutchman was found shot in an Amsterdam hotel 2 days ago.
Why contact us?
He was travelling on an Australian passport.
Forged?
Or was he naturalised? The Dutch police want to fill in on his background.
Name?
Hans van Stroom. According to his business card, a gemologist with an office in Broadway.
Well, what's this? Dispatch KLM morning flight.
Oh, that'll be the Dutch police report, fingerprints, passport, and so on. I'll find out what time the plane lands at Mascot and pick it up myself.
Chase the passport number first. See if it's for real. Go over this. See if you can locate the gemologist's office and check it out.
Right away.
Gamble. After hours. Less attention and more discreet.
Oh, yes. Mr. Hans van Stroom.
There. That's enough for today. So, they have torn Van Stroom to pieces, have they?
Why, Bruce? What went wrong?
Oh, well, possibly he tried to set up business on his own account. There you are, my pretties. Well, eat, chirp, and be merry for tomorrow. Who knows?
I can't believe it. He wasn't the kind.
My dear Jack, you can't classify people in our kind of business. No. What worries me is the gap it's left in the organization. I trusted Hans.
We'll replace him. Give him time.
Yes, a commodity we're pathetically short of.
Is there another consignment?
One on the way, another in the pipeline.
That's too fast.
A very sound commercial principle. The rapid turnover accelerates profits. Pity you didn't find that out earlier in life. I wonder what's keeping Carol. She said she'd be back as soon as she'd finished at the travel agent's.
Look, if you want me to make the next trip...
Carol is...
You'd send her on a job like that, your own sister?
Her idea.
But it's crazy she shouldn't get involved with these people.
Oh? Why the sudden concern?
Well, it's not a woman's job, that's all.
That dress shop of hers is a perfect cover.
Hello, Bruce. Am I late?
No more than usual.
Hello, Jack.
Carol?
Oh, I was just telling Jack that you're off to Europe to buy some new models for your boutique.
Yes, I only hope the new season showings are better than the last time.
I'm sure you'll find it very profitable, my dear. Oh, Jack is worried about you.
Isn't that considerate? My very own watchdoggy.
Your favorite brand. A little going away present.
There you are, sir. He's Jim Officer, straight through to the front. I'm sorry, but he only left me the back door key.
It's all right. By the way, how long's Ben Strom been gone?
Oh, only a couple of weeks.
Oh. It's all right. I'll look up my list. Hi.
Who are you?
Well, I might ask you the same question.
What are you doing here? Police?
Now, how about answering my questions? Who are you?
My name's Manners, Jill Manners. Hans, that is Mr. Van Stroom, asked me to call in occasionally to collect his mail. He's abroad. He'll be back in a few days.
I don't think so, Miss Manners. He's dead.
You mean there's been an accident?
I don't think we can call murder an accident. Look, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone who worked for him.
We were friends, that's all. No, not that friendly.
How long have you known him?
About 3 or 4 months. He liked music. We went to some concerts together.
Did he tell you much about himself?
Not really. He came from Holland 7 years ago. He wasn't a great talker. Quiet.
How did you get to meet him?
At the shop where I work, Caxton Street. He used to call in occasionally. Then one day he asked me out to dinner. We saw a fair bit of each other. Then when he had to go away on business, he asked me to pick up the mail and to look after a few things for him.
Such as?
I don't know, really. He just called round my place one day and left this locked suitcase.
There must be an easier way. Well, that lot isn't going to tell us much.
Why did he bother to leave it with the girl? Why not his own place? What's so special about jumpers, string vests, shirts, socks? Pity that's broken. Nice piece, Tristan.
That's German. The Dutch potteries are all at Delft. Ever heard of a china holder molding in a casting hole?
Diamonds.
They're a girl's best friend.
I'd better get a move on. I'm supposed to have you at the airport for 2.
There's plenty of time. Stop fussing.
I still don't like the idea of you going.
Nothing to it. It'll go like clockwork. Zip me up. Besides, the money's good.
Don't you find it all a bit sick?
What, the money?
No, the way you have to grovel for it and get involved in situations like this. He treats you like a hired hand. After all, you are his sister.
Yes, I know what you mean. When I was younger, I felt the same way, but he's almost like an octopus. He's so protective.
Possessive. And for all the wrong reasons.
I know sometimes I feel as though he's bought me the same as he's bought you and all the other partnerships he's involved with.
So when does the break come?
You don't really need to ask if I find it sick.
No, I guess not. I should be coming with you. One-way tickets.
You're too impetuous, darling. Besides, we need more money.
I'll get some.
We both will. And soon, I promise. Hey, we better go. We'll talk about it after the trip, okay?
Well, she got off all right?
It went smoothly enough.
No problem at customs?
No. At least not this end.
Nor at the other. Carol is a very clever girl.
All the same, I'll be happier when she gets back.
You know, sometimes you worry me, Jack.
What's that?
Quarians. Vain little creatures. Attractive, colourful. Sometimes they remind me of Carol. One has to be very careful when one is pairing them off in captivity. Selection is everything.
Carol.
We understand each other perfectly.
Too perfect. Birds and people, all in gilded cages.
A year ago, you were going broken out of business. I bought into it to keep you afloat. I'm the hand that feeds you. Don't bite it.
You know I've always played square with you.
I should hope so. For your sake.
It's just that I don't see why you need put her in danger when I could have gone.
I make the decisions here, I give the orders.
Yes, but surely you're...
Subject closed. Yes?
There's a camera rep who wants to see the manager, Mr. Crane.
Oh. Well, tell him that Mr. Weston just left.
Yes, Mr. Crane.
You've got to hand it to them. These Dutch police are thorough.
They've been at it 1,000 years longer than we have.
Yes.
How does his passport stand?
It's a clean one.
Records have nothing on him either.
Under Van Stroom, but he could have had an alias. See what these throw off.
I got those sparklers for you, John.
Classified?
Exhibit A and B.
Oh, mixed bag.
These two are flawless South African diamonds. Kimberley mines, most likely. One of them would be worth as much as all of these put together.
Where are they from?
Well, I'd say India. River wash stones, probably. They all have imperfections, either inclusions or colour blemish.
You could have fooled me.
The naked eye won't show you much.
Any of it listed?
They're not the high-grade pair, but these tie in with a parcel stolen from a Melbourne jeweller's 9 months back.
Looks like Van Stroom was the receiver.
Yes, but the South African stones are a mystery. They must be hot, or why would he hide them?
Van Stroom's girlfriend. You got her number?
Good morning. Weston's Photographic.
Weston's Photographic.
And Weston's the owner?
Yes. I've been with them since I left school.
Well, why did Van Stroom visit the shop? Was he interested in photography?
Must have been, I suppose.
Did he ever take a photograph of you?
Well, no.
There's no camera on his effects list. Or the office, or his shop.
Did you ever see him with a camera?
No, I didn't.
What did he buy when he came into the shop?
Come to think of it, nothing. He used to go into the office and talk with Mr. Weston. Or Mr. Crane.
Crane?
Mr. Bruce Crane. He's a sort of partner, I suppose.
Sleeping? I mean, did he actually work in the shop or just provide the finance?
I'm sorry, I don't know, really. He didn't come into the shop much. Anyway, I must be going. My lunch hour's nearly up.
Well, thank you for coming in.
That's all right.
You'll keep this to yourself, won't you? You might turn up this Bruce Crane's address, Harry. I'd like to know where he ties in with Van Stroom.
I hope I didn't startle you. The front door was open, so I thought I'd come through. I'm looking for Mr. Crane. Is he in?
No.
Oh, well, when do you expect him back?
That's it, Crane. C-R-A-N-E. She did? Well, can you give me the flight number? And the destination? Amsterdam. And the time of arrival? All right, I'll hold on. Switch. Would you give me international? The Hague, Amsterdam Airport. Chief for Customs, and would you push it through? It's priority. I must have a search. I'm sure Crane's running a clearinghouse.
Hello, yes? Yes? What's that again? What's the time differential? Thank you. Beaten to the punch, John. She arrived at Schiphol Airport exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes ago.
I'll pass the tip on anyway.
I trust you had a comfortable flight, Miss Crane?
Oh, very.
Perhaps you'll be staying a few days.
Not here. I'm going on to Paris.
Paris.
Strictly business.
Such a pity. If you'd be staying longer, we could have dined together. It's such a refreshing change to do business with a charming woman.
And if my name had been Van Stroom, would the fact that I'm a woman have made any difference then?
It is all a matter of business ethics.
What did he do that was so, unethical?
Women are so curious. A dangerous trait. You should try to curb it.
I like to know the rules of the game.
They're simple. Just play it straight. For the penalties of a foul are, shall we say, rather deadly.
Everything in order?
Yes. Please tell your brother we are exceedingly pleased with his organization.
Weston's photographic. Did you say Paris? Yes, Mr. Weston's here. I'll put you through.
Carol, am I glad to hear your voice. How are things over there? And the business? Fine. You were what? Oh, I suppose it's lucky you weren't trying to smuggle out tulip bulbs or something. Listen, darling, when will you be coming back? Bruce will want to know. Fine, I'll meet the plane. Bye. But why would Customs give her such a combing through on the way out? They must be onto her.
Oh, probably just a routine check. Perhaps it was lucky. Don't they say that lightning never strikes the same spot twice?
You don't intend to use her again. I mean, we can't afford to lose a consignment.
I can't afford to lose Carol.
Come in. Thought you'd never get here.
Traffic. There was a call from Mr. Crane's sister in Paris.
And?
She said Amsterdam was a success, but she was searched on the border to Belgium.
Anything about returning?
Very soon. I didn't get any details. I was nervous, scared of being caught listening in.
You're doing just fine, Jill.
It'll help find out who killed Hans.
It will, but we need more proof. These people can wiggle like eels.
If there's anything else I can do.
Keep your eyes open, that's all. But be careful. You're right in the middle of a hornet's nest. But don't worry. We're having the place watched.
What about women?
Everyone who goes in and out. Up to now, we haven't any leads.
They'll probably have to take them full face leaving the shop. It's more accurate for identification purposes.
I will be sure to make a list of arrivals and departures. It's your first client now.
Has Gamble reported yet?
Yes, he saw the girl. Crane is definitely running a clearinghouse.
Big scale?
Yes. That's what just doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Well, why should a non-diamond producing country suddenly set up a smuggling ring?
Robberies?
Not enough to keep him supplied.
You're right.
So, where is Crane getting his diamond?
From a source.
What, South Africa?
Well, those two Kimberley stands would point to it.
Look, I know there's illegal traffic between Amsterdam and South Africa, but we're 3,000 miles off the beaten track.
I'll get Jordan onto it.
And how do you explain those inferior diamonds of Van Stroom?
That's the sticky question. Unless Van Stroom has been systematically switching them for high-grade stuff, that'll be enough to bring out the executioners. Hello, put Jordan on.
Now all we need to know is, how did they get here from South Africa?
עוד קפה בבקשה?
תודה רבה, אני מעט הולך.
told you he'd be at the office. But welcome home anyway, by proxy.
Nice to be missed. He might. We'll catch up.
You know I was worried about you.
I can take care of myself.
That border check. Why?
Random selection, darling. I have that certain magnetism.
And you're lucky your batteries were turned off in Amsterdam. Damn lucky.
Don't be so morbid. Oh, and get me a drink.
You're not going again. Somehow I'm going to force Bruce to stop sending you. Soda or ginger?
Soda. How's Bruce been?
Oh, his usual superior self. Who does he think he's saving you for, anyway?
I told you he was overprotective. We both knew what would be involved. He's a very lonely person, except for his pets. Oh, and me.
It's getting to where I can't distinguish one from the other. How do you think I feel? Watching, waiting, wondering when he's going to find out. To Bruce Crane, master puppeteer and controller of destinies.
I'd rather drink to us.
I've had about all I can take.
Won't be for much longer. Go to some Greek island somewhere where we can live quietly and alone. Somewhere where you can walk without having to always look behind you.
When?
After the next shipment. Then we'll have enough to keep us for the rest of our lives.
And Bruce?
I don't know. I suppose he'll be hurt, but we'll have to leave without him knowing. It's the only way. Sir, can I help you?
I wish to see your manager, Mr. Weston, please.
I'm sorry, he's not here. It may not be until tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow my boat sails again. Mr. Crane, perhaps, is available.
I'll see if he's in. Oh, what name shall I say?
Blom, Meneer Blom, dank u. My card, Mr. Crane, you will excuse, it is torn.
Won't you sit down?
Dank u.
You've been photographing our landmarks?
Your opera house is unique, like a fleet of ships, upside down.
Ah, we're an upside-down people, Mr. Bloom.
Exquisite, yeah. They are none better in all Africa.
The spectrum of radiance in the plumage of the kingfisher excites me more. This is merely merchandise to be checked and passed on.
If Van Stroom would follow your example, he would be alive today.
What went wrong?
He was milking the consignments and making up with inferior stones.
There was
enough to satisfy our people in Amsterdam. They killed him as an example for others who might get similar ideas.
This one?
That's the shop manager, Mr. Weston.
And this one?
He insisted on seeing Mr. Weston or Mr. Crane.
Do you give a name?
Bloom. He said he was from a ship that's sailing tomorrow.
Which ship?
I don't know.
Could you place identity? Nationality?
He had an accent, sort of thick. Could have been German. Or perhaps Dutch, like Hans.
Bill? On to maritime. I want a rundown on all tomorrow's sailings. Departures. Subject's name is Bloom. Could be a west to east passenger or possibly a cruise job. Right. Bring me back.
Is there talk of another overseas trip for any of your people?
Well, no.
There may be, Miss Manners.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thank you.
I've chased Joburg and Cape Town on this one, John. Now, these are the pipelines for the illicit diamond traffic into Amsterdam. This main line has become so heavily policed that the operators are finding it tough to get through.
So,
Joburg, Cape Town, Sydney, Holland.
I see. Bend the pipeline.
Sometimes the longest way round can be the shortest.
Certain? Go ahead. Right, thanks. Bloom's on the Oremo. Round ticket. Last port of call before Australia was South Africa.
Pass it on to Cape Town, please. They can arrange their own reception committee. He could lead them to the supply source.
And us?
We'll keep quiet until the action starts. That way we might blow up the whole setup.
There. 4 should be enough for the most enthusiastic camera fiend.
I'll bring you back a photo of the Hague.
Oh, do that. You know the contact procedure?
It's all up here.
Well, bon voyage. Good luck.
Yes, Jeff. Good luck.
Thanks, Carol. Nothing can go wrong now.
What is it?
The Apex rep has just called. He wants to know if he can see Mr. Weston tomorrow.
Well, tell him Mr. Weston will be abroad for 10 days. He'll call him when he comes back.
Thank you, Miss Manners. It's moving.
Who?
Weston. He's on his way to the airport.
Weston? What about Crane?
I want Crane watched round the clock. Switch Tyler from the shop to his office.
Right, well, I'll watch Crane's house myself.
No. First, get Weston.
He must be well on his way by now. No comment?
Or should there be?
Well, aren't you missing him already?
Not at all.
He missed you when you were away.
Is it so important?
Of course.
Look, you work with him and you use him. Yet you despise him. Why?
My dear, Jack's a nobody. A sparrow amongst the hawks. But I have plans for you. Splendid plans.
You always feel so responsible.
Why not? You're the only family I have. And you're looking tired.
Well, that overseas trip was a strain.
Why don't you take some time off?
I might at that.
It's a wonderful time of the year for island cruising. Particularly the Grecian Isles.
Yes, I was thinking. Won't be for much longer. Go to some Greek island somewhere where we can live quietly and alone.
Filthy tricks. You had no right. Oh, why can't you leave me alone? Don't touch me. Not ever. You're just a dirty spy. Animal.
Touche, my dear. Both of us. Just a couple of tramps.
Well, I hope you're satisfied.
I will be when I found what I'm looking for. What about the handles? They're hollow. We ran probes through them. Nothing.
You'll hear from my lawyers about this.
Put those away.
Careful, that's loaded.
You've got a lightweight, Weston. Something to complain to your suppliers about.
Look, we've wasted enough time. This delay's cost me a fortune and lost contracts already.
All right, where have you stashed them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How did this trick cassette get amongst your films?
I wish I knew.
I'll bet.
But it's hardly illegal, is it, Sergeant?
Okay, you can go. We'll send your stuff after you. Now, what? He was taken, Gamble, by a very smart man. Crane. One of the rare breed. The precision manipulator. The only thing he can't compute is the human element. Radio Sutton and Tyler, I want to know the moment Weston fronts.
(177) to base. Sutton speaking. Weston's just arrived by taxi. He's gone into Crane's house. Any further instructions?
Randall, hold off. We're on our way.
Okay. I'm staying on the corner of Green Street. Over and out.
Why, Jack. What are you doing here?
I was picked up by the police.
Oh, did they find anything?
Like what? Evidence? Diamonds?
Jack, before you start jumping to conclusions, let me explain.
Open this.
Jack, you're making a mistake. We thought they were on to you. You were a decoy. The diamonds are on their way by now.
You're lying. I've already spoken to Carol at the dress shop.
Well, you were playing a double cross. What did you expect?
Open this.
I give the orders here.
You're going to open it.
No, Jack, leave him alone.
Well, my dear, you couldn't have timed it better.
You heard what he said, Bruce. The safe.
They're all here.
I'm glad to hear it. We'll take those. Take them down to the car.
Well, who said they were a girl's best friend?
I've been looking forward to this encounter, Mr. Crane.
Well, then I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, Inspector.
Sergeant.
Is that all?
I wonder which of our two canaries will sing the loudest.
Not me. My voice doesn't carry.
I think it might. All the way to Amsterdam.
Holden Monaro by courtesy of General Motors Holden.